Alright, well, up next, a little bit of Legends Division competition as the Mountie rejoins us once again. This time, set to lock it up one-on-one against one half of the Legends TV Tag Champions, Sergeant Slaughter.
The following Legends Division contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing 256 pounds, please be upstanding for the Mountie.
And there's that one jerk in the cheap seats that just stood up. Oh, man. The Mountie back with us again. 0-2 so far. Face Mr. Kennedy and the Big Boss Man, and this week, going to be Sergeant Slaughter.
I'm not very optimistic for him, Tex. The Mountie standing at 0-2, dropping 2. Very quick matches to Ken Kennedy and the Big Boss Man, respectively. What's his chance against one half of the Legends Tag Champs, though?
He's got 2 chances, Wally. Slim and none. But, never say never around here. You know how we do. And do we have to play the entire Canadian national anthem?
And his opponent from Paris Island, South Carolina, weighing 305 pounds, one half of the Legends TV Tag Champions, here is Sergeant Slaughter.
Toronto crowd giving Sarge a warm welcome. Certainly warmer than the Mountie got. And that's got to get under his skin. Sarge making the scene tonight without the Patriots standing ringside. Guess the Sarge saw no need to have any sort of backup at ringside for this encounter with the Mountie. I sure hope he's not expecting anything like honorable conduct from the Mountie, because he's only fooling himself if he is.
He's going to be mighty disappointed when he finds out that Monty doesn't do honorable conduct. Alright, both these boys came looking like they're ready to go to work, so let's not keep them waiting. Referee Walt Rothburn sounds the bell. Here we go. Well, the Mountie opens up with a shout. Sarge counters. They lock up. Sarge gets the Mountie into that far corner. The referee going to have to break this one up. Gets in between them. Got a nice clean break and everything. Okay, here we go. Sarge counters with a right. Gets a hold of the Mountie. Whips him to the corner. He rebounds out. Sarge gets a hold of him again, front cradle, but the Mountie counters with elbows to the side of the head. Sarge locks him up. The Mountie with a headlock on Sergeant Slaughter. Sarge locked in pretty good here. Sarge shoves him, whips him to the ropes, ducks under. Oh, the Mountie counters with an overhand right. Gets a hold of the Sarge, has him up, takes him right back down again. Classic wrestling takedown. There's a stomp to the leg of Sergeant Slaughter. The Mountie with a kick to the midsection. Sarge puts on the brakes, gets back up on his feet, counters into a dragon screw. Sergeant Slaughter with a kick to the chest of the Mountie. Drops an elbow right across the chest. Sarge moves right in well, trying to deprive the Mountie of a little bit of air here. Goes for the cover and hooks the leg right away. One, and barely just a one. The Mountie shaking that one off pretty quick. The Mountie with a kick to the midsection, charges. Double axe handle takes Sarge down to the canvas. Followed up with a stomp. Sergeant Slaughter across center ring in a Cobra clutch here. Sergeant Slaughter battling his way out, slips through the back door, takes the Mountie down to the canvas too. Nicely done. Sarge whips the Mountie to the corner. There's a clothesline to the back of the head. Sarge rounds him up. A back body drop, quick counter from the Mountie. Couple of hard rights. Sarge in the corner, counters and escapes the corner, takes down the Mountie with a clothesline. Rounds him up. Hard whip back into the corner again, but the Mountie counters this time. Sarge counters with a kick to the leg, turns the Mountie around, rakes the back. Sergeant Slaughter not going to play around with the likes of the Mountie. An elbow to the shoulder, a chop across the chest. Sarge has him up, tags him with a knee breaker. Sergeant Slaughter working the crowd here in Toronto, and they're just loving it. Mountie, turned over by Sarge, drives a knee into the mat. Sergeant Slaughter drags the Mountie towards center ring, goes for the cover and hooks the leg here. 1, 2, but just barely a 2. Sergeant Slaughter having to go back to work again. Whoa! Quick counter from the Mountie and a hip toss that takes Sarge down to the canvas. The Mountie trying to work the crowd here. A head scissors, a couple of hard shots to the head of Sergeant Slaughter. The Mountie back up to a standing position. Gets a hold of the Sarge. Here's a clothesline. Sarge swings and misses, rebounds off the ropes, into a back body drop from the Mountie. The Mountie urging the Sarge to come on in. Boom! Spine buster. Well, now, there's a quick set of counter moves from the Mountie. A set of quick jabs. The Mountie winds it up. There's a hard right. Takes Sarge down to the canvas. Sarge still puts on the brakes. Counters the kick into a dragon screw. Back up on his feet. Clubbing right to the head of the Mountie. Sarge gets a hold of him. Vertical suplex. Nicely done. Sarge drags the Mountie center ring, and he's bleeding already, but he's rounding up support from these fans. 1. Just man. The Mountie shaking off another pin attempt from Sergeant Slaughter. An arm drag from the Mountie. The Mountie, whoa, swings and misses. He had a foreign object. Sergeant Slaughter catches an elbow from the Mountie. A kick to the midsection. Sarge backs him off. They collide with no result. The Mountie counters the kick. Sarge gets a hold of him. Does a knee into the midsection of the Mountie. Well, now, things turn south pretty quick here. Elbow across the chest from Sergeant Slaughter. Sarge covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Shut up. Oh, just keeping the Mountie going. Sergeant Slaughter catches a shot to the midsection from the Mountie. Sarge counters. Drop toe hold to the Mountie from Sergeant Slaughter. Well, now, this one's gone back and forth quite a bit, huh? Sarge with the rear chin lock. Locked in on the Mountie, but the Mountie counters, escapes the hold. Sarge catches a kick to the midsection from the Mountie. The Mountie has him up. Sergeant Slaughter with elbows to the side of the head. Moves in. Whips the Mountie towards the far corner. The Mountie counters and escapes the corner. Kick to the midsection to the Sarge. He's got him up. All the way up into, oh man, a running power bomb. Sarge went down hard. The Mountie covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. That is it. This one's all over.
The time, 5 minutes and 48 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, the Mountie.
Well, guys, looks like we got our first unexpected upset win of the evening. The Mountie picking up a pinfall win over Sergeant Slaughter, and, well, I damn sure didn't have that on my bingo card.
I'm sure none of us did. I had Sarge breezing through this one, practically phoning it in. But nope, he and the Mountie went at it like the legends they are. But the Mountie, still managing to use a foreign object as a distraction instead of just a weapon, and ends up swiping this win away from the Sarge for the 3-count pinfall win.
No way is Sergeant Slaughter gonna let this one stand. I'm calling it right now. We're going to see a rematch between those two for sure. Okay, fans, we saw the Guns brothers in the card opener tonight, and up next, the daughters of El Jefe and the nieces of Mr. Ringside, Josie Rod and Lisa Rivera, Las Reinas, in tag team action tonight against the UK ladies when we return after the break.
Oh, Las Reinas, huh? Oh, man, I really like them. Folks, we'll be back right after these short messages. Hope to see you here when we get back.